What? Why didn't anybody tell me about this? This happened 2 days ago. Hey guys, Soulless Reviews here, and apparently Kendrick and Cole swapped a rapping over each other's songs, and I don't know what those songs are yet because they're both called Black Friday, but I'm still extremely hyped to hear them, and I'm just hearing about this now? Like, what the hell's going on? So maybe I haven't been as in touch with the media as I usually am, but still, it's still a big thing to miss. It's been rumored for like forever now, it seems, that Kendrick and Cole were going to do a collaborative tape or a collaborative album, and they haven't really fed those rumors all that much. I mean, they kind of just, I think somebody asked one of the two of them and they hardly even acknowledged it, so it's kind of been shoved under the rug. But I'm really excited to hear how this sounds, considering the fact that, I mean, if you told me this happened like a couple years back, I may not be as excited for it, because to me, J. Cole, he's shown a lot of progression in his career, especially with 2014 Forest Hill Drive. It really sounded like he took an extra step to be a genuine artist, and proved to be top three like new school, because I mean, really the powerhouses, the juggernauts, are Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. And if you told me Cole a couple years back, I would deny it to say he's like more secondary, but considering 2014 Forest Hill Drive was such a smash hit and such a I'd say a great album. But it's because it was such a great album, it showed me that he has shown a lot of growth, and so has Kendrick. But I think we all saw the potential in Kendrick, while Cole we don't know if he's really going to make it that far or not. So now in this new age where, I mean, Cole has grown to be the artist he is, and Kendrick has found his lane, and he's proving to aspire in that, I'm really excited to hear how this sounds, and I'm hoping it's a Tale of Two Cities, or Fire Squad, one of those two. I hope it's not just like Wet Dreams. So, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm going to listen to these two Black Friday remixes where these artists are swapping each other's songs, and I'm really excited to hear how it sounds, and then afterwards, I'm going to tell you guys just how I feel about it. Yes, it was a Tale of Two Cities. Yes, Kendrick nailed that shit. And J. Cole did a phenomenal job too. Like, I could have mistaken All Right to be off Forest Hill, or Tale of Two Cities to be off of To Pimp a Butterfly. Man, they did a great job. Kendrick did a good job flowing with Dirty Church Bells, and J. Cole did a great job with those upbeat trumpets. They just made sure that they blended in with the track. They didn't just freestyle over it. They did a great job of blending in with their surroundings. I think what was so great about A Tale of Two Cities was the fact that we never really got anything like that hard hitting of a track on To Pimp a Butterfly, which is, I'm perfectly fine with that. I mean, To Pimp a Butterfly is a masterpiece of an album, but on that project we always got more lighter production. I mean, there was The Black or the Berry, but still, we never got anything like truly like hard and more hood at the same time. And I feel like once I heard this track where he was going over A Tale of Two Cities, I felt like I was back on Good Kid, Mad City shit. Like, he wasn't getting all experimental with these jazz instruments. He wasn't getting political or anything. He was just back to spitting some hood shit, and I really enjoyed hearing that. That was just phenomenal. And I also love how he's working his way into a bunch of social issues at the moment, like Kanye running for president, how it would be beneficial for him. He said something, I can't remember the exact line, but it was pretty funny. And he made a reference to the top 10 Billboard that just went down, how he was put on number 9, I believe, on the top 10 rap artists of all time, and Tupac wasn't even near the list. And he made a comment about that, and I thought it was a good he was socially conscious, and at the same time, it was pretty good. But my favorite spot has to be at the end of the song, where he's talking about how he gets emotional writing his music, and it reminds me at the end of You, when he put on the very drug-influenced voice and pretended to sip from a bottle. At the end of this track, he says he gets really emotional with his lyrics, and then he actually starts crying a little bit, ad-libbing, of course, not legitimately, but it kind of gives you a comical idea of just how emotional he gets when he writes his lyrics, and I really enjoyed hearing that. I thought it was pretty clever. It was a sad line, but at the same time, he made it kind of jokingly, and I appreciated the line that was there, and it's probably my favorite. As for J. Cole, he came in and gave some great lyrics too. I loved how he, more than Kendrick, touched on the topic of alright, how alright's kind of like, we're gonna be alright, guys, we're fighting against police brutality. Police brutality is kind of cracking down on blacks, but you know what, we can power through it. That's the whole concept of alright, but he kind of made some lines contributing back to that idea. I'm like, damn, Cole, that's pretty good. But there also were some times he had the line, snakes in the grass, so I'm mowing it, something along the lines of that. And that's just a line that a lot of rappers have used. I know Mick Jenkins used it on his Waters EP. I don't know exactly what track. Rocco used it on his Yoni No song, his first verse. And then I think even Waka Flocka Flame has a song called Snakes in the Grass. So it's a very reused line. And the fact that he said it, yes, it's off the dome technically, but it's at the same time, it's a really reused topic. You could have probably thought of something else. And there are just a few other lines like that that are kind of relatable back to other things that have happened in hip-hop already, like a lot of relatable lines to other lines. But at the same time, he's giving a lot of cool lines. He starts talking about money in a little bit, but then he corrects himself. He's like, but I'm not here to talk about money. I'm not that kind of rapper. Let's get back to the real issue here. And I'm like, yeah, there we go, Cole. Like, really make a statement with it. And he did a good job overall. Some flaws, like redundant lines and times where he kind of went on a little bit of a tangent, but he still pulled through really well. Flow is great, and like I said, he did great with those trumpets. He made sure that he owned the track. He wasn't there just to rap and get off. He sounded, although not as inspired, like Kendrick sounded like he was ready to rip Tale of Two Cities apart. He had a lot of energy and power to his voice, as J. Cole was a little more laid back and not necessarily lazy with it, but he just didn't sound like he was just trying to ride it smooth, which was the good approach to it, but it wasn't as aggressive as you could say Kendrick was. And one little thing I want to add real quick. It's just the fact that a lot of these lyrics were really conscious. Like, there were very lyrically conscious lines on these quote-unquote freestyles, so it made me question if these were legitimate freestyles. If these aren't freestyles, I'm pretty sure these were freestyles, but if they aren't, go ahead and correct me. But as far as I know, they are freestyles, and to me it sounded like some of them were a little more thought out than to be freestyles. Regardless, they're both hard tracks, and they both do a great job over each other's tracks, but the issue comes to me, they don't exactly sound like they're freestyling. There are some lines that just don't seem like you could completely come off that with a dome. So, I mean, yeah, but if I'm wrong, correct me, but I don't think I am. They just sound a little too lyrical, which I'm fine with. Just calling it a freestyle is kind of a wrong label. Also, we get that tidbit at the end of, alright, J. Cole's talking about a new project coming out February? What's that about, huh? I mean, I'd love to go ahead and say it's a Kendrick J. Cole project, but he did also say that we couldn't handle that, and I think he's kind of right, to be completely honest. To see these two guys just rip apart each other's tracks and do a great job flowing on them, I don't know if we could handle that. Can we, people? Can we? I mean, this isn't no future Drake or anything like that. I mean, this is going to go real hard if they do something like that, but they did kind of shoot down those rumors with that one line J. Cole spat. But, I mean, something comes out in February for J. Cole, so let's see about it. We'll see. So overall, guys, just to cut this thing off, they did great. They both mellowed with the tracks. They made sure that their voice flowed with the instrumentals. To me, if I had to pick one versus the other, I would say Kendrick pulled through the best. He had more lyrics and more aggression, too. I love the way he rode that hard beat. And those dirty church bells, he really did a good job grinding his voice with them. And overall, I like him better. But it was pretty neck and neck. I mean, Cole did a great job. I think he almost knew that Kendrick was going to go hard, so he's like, all right, I got to do something here. And he did a great job, too. He definitely stepped up his game. A lot of lines that related back to the theme of All Right. Also, at the same time, spitting some dope bars and some real great flow on the track too. These are definitely worth checking out. I mean, I downloaded both of them. They're both on my iTunes right now because I'm jamming out to them. I'll probably play it in the car tomorrow. Great songs. I loved hearing them. You guys should probably too. Hip-hop fan, oh, hell yeah, listen to these. They're great. Casual music listener, I would say check them out because there's some good lyrical stuff here. And if they really are freestyling, then it's pretty damn impressive for freestyles. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Like to like or subscribe, that'd be awesome. I'd really appreciate it. And till next time, Soulless Reviews.